That was such a good game, but hey, it is what it is, bro. Tough loss, tough loss. Final score to your Washington, your Chicago Sky 69, Sky 71 Mystics. Tough loss in our home opener, but it was a tough battle. It was a tough battle. Lost two of starters. Well, not yeah, two key important players tonight. Losing Birch out with an ankle, and then that final few seconds with that's gonna hurt. Everybody knows Gardner's is one of my favorite players on this team, man. Just seeing her go down there, I knew immediately by her body language it wasn't good. But yeah, man, it's tough. But as y'all know, it's Chicago Sky Central. It's your boy Stevo speaks. Your co-host here, Hayes, out at the game. I know he mad right now because, bro, it was such a sloppy game, but nevertheless, it was a good game. That's really what it was. A lot of turnovers. I think we had about 15 to 16 turnovers. Atkins ended with five steals on her own. So it's just it sucks. Like it really just sucks the way we ended. You see a lot of good things today. You see a lot of bad things, but it's just tough, bro. But uh, I told you coming into this game, these next few games we going up against is gonna be tough, and we going against as Chicago Sky fans, we know about Lena Deladon. We know about Lena Deladon, and she gave us that work, bro. She straight up gave us that work for the most part. And it wasn't too much we could really do. I mean, towards the after halftime, we decided that we was going to try to double her at the catch, but when you 6'5" and you can score on every level, it's very much you can really do to stop her. So we for the most part we did a pretty good job stopping everybody else, but we just couldn't. We just when it came down to it, it's too many turnovers, too many sloppy play on offense. Like that was one of Hayes used to ask me right before after the game in the last game. Did I feel any type of way towards the offense? Marina Mayberry didn't play last game. She came back today, had a solid game. And he kind of asked me, was I worried about the offense? I said no. We look pretty good. It's the first two games of the season. We gonna get it together. And bro, a week went by. We it looked like we ain't playing a week for sure. It definitely looked like we didn't play in a week. It was just a lot of and it was mainly in the half court game. Um a lot of rushing. A lot of rushing. If you watch the game tonight, especially on the pick and roll calls, the cohesiveness wasn't there. Like I remember early in the game, it was a screen with Courtney Williams and Birch. No, I believe it's Elena Smith. She called her, tell her set the screen. And not even Birch, it was Inagwe. I remember it was Inagwe. And she called for the screen. And as soon as Inagwe got there, she just took off, which caused her to get a moving screen. And it's just because they was rushing. And that happens with a team like this. You've been a week off. We did have a practice, so I thought because we was gonna have a practice, a lot of the stuff that was a little stagnant, a little choppy in the half court game was gonna be a little fixed up. It's gonna be a little bit more sharp. But this is by far the most sloppiest we've seen this core together. And I'm not killing them for it. I'm not killing them for it. It's the beginning of the season. Like I said, Marina Mayberry just is back. Like I said, she had a pretty solid game. In the beginning, like I said, it was a lot. The guards was having a little bit of issue of controlling the game in the beginning. Like it was just a lot of rushing. It was just a lot of rushing. I just want them. It was many times after plays. I was just like, bro, slow down. Y'all are rushing it. Like y'all was make. It was a lot of good plays called. It was a lot of things working, but when you rush to get to your spots and you rush and other players rush around you, it's just a lot of chaos and things don't work. But yeah, it's a tough loss, but it's not one of those losses that you just down on. Like we definitely had a lot of down moments in this game. It was at one point where we was down, I want to say 14 to 15 points, and we got right back between eight right before the half. They started to veer off a little bit more still, and then after that half, that's when they went on to that like 15 to two run, and then we just got so that, like I said, the defense will lead to offense when it comes to Chicago Sky team. That's what we're gonna feed off. We're gonna feed off defense to get our offense, and for the most part, that's what we did. Garner came in, and we always said, Hayes and I always said, when Garner comes in, the whole atmosphere changed. Along with Dana Evans. Dana Evans and Garner are the only two guards for this team, for the most part, that will pick you up all 94 feet. They will, and that takes it's a lot. It takes a special type of player to do that. A lot of players don't do that. So when they both came in the game, the defensive intensity turned up, and we turned up right with them. We started making shots. The offense started flowing. We stopped rushing. We slowed down the tempo. A lot of good plays called, and to a degree, we have to say Elena Dundon was out for a lot of those times where we got in the stretch. But that's what teams do. When their star player goes out, that's when your time is to score. But yeah, it let's go down the stats real quick. I didn't go down to the stats real quick. So Kalia Copper finished with 12 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. It was a so-so game. She struggled for the most part. I think my biggest concern out of not just her but the offensive scheme this game was they just had a lot of trouble getting to the lane, which is understandable because the Mystic is a large team. The Midgets is a very, very big team compared to what we have, and it was not easy getting down low. We struggled the whole night to get down low. Now we did find a way to get down there in certain schemes. We had a lot of good picks and rolls from Elizabeth Smith along with Lena Evans and even Kalia Copper as well. A lot of good plays, but we always got to a point where things just got sloppy, and it happens. It happens, especially early in the season. Like I said, I'm not going to kill him for it, but it is what it is. Like I said, we lost Birch. I believe it was midway through the third. I'm not mistaken. She looked like she tweaked her ankle, and they said she wasn't returning. So we all know prayers up to her. She's a very vital part to this team. We definitely you needed her down the stretch because one thing about Birch that we always say, she's always in the right place at the right time. When the ball is around, she's going to be there. So it was just a lot of times, like especially like that last play when it was a big key long rebound, and we just watched them hustle and they go get their own rebound. Birch or Elena Smith would have been one of the first players to go out there and get it. They would have fought for it, and we just missed her. We just missed her tonight. So hopefully the injury is not too significant, and hopefully it's a speedy recovery. And yeah, Elizabeth Smith had a pretty quiet night. But on the boards, I won't say it was a quiet night if you watched the game because she was active, moving her feet, playing defense, getting rebounds. She finished with 3 rebounds, but she had a lot of key rebounds, fighting on the board, boxing out. Finished with 9 points and assists. Courtney Williams had a good game as well. Finished with 13 points, 9 rebounds. Bro, do y'all know Courtney Williams is 5'8"? 5'8". That's all heart. So I'm not trying to bring the Bulls in, but when all the people be talking about we need more length, it's not about length. It's about heart. Yes, it helps. Yes, when you have a tall player, it helps. But like I said, getting 9 rebounds and 5 assists, she's a vet. She did what she had to do. Mayberry, like I said, probably the player of the game if we had won. Finished with 19 points, 9 rebounds. I mean, not 9 rebounds, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Like I said, she had a pretty solid night. She was killing them on the pick and roll, also on the transition. Was knocking down shots, getting to the mid range, and she started getting toward a lot of layups down the end of the game. So, um, I feel like this team was a little rocky with her being the playmaker. I feel like the team right now maybe is a little bit more comfortable with the playmaking of Dana. That makes sense with her being the only player. Oh well, the second next to Garner being the only player back from the previous regime. So it's just gonna take time. Wait, by the middle of the year, I'm not worried. They're gonna get it together. Um, so yeah, she had a solid game for the most part. I just think that she could. One thing I want to say about Mary Berry is on the transition. I feel like she could have outletted the ball a little bit more. It was a lot of times where Garner was ahead or Copper was ahead, and she was like I ain't passing this. Y'all might as well I'm not passing it. That's really what it was. She was going in for the straight layup. But yeah, Dana Evans came in, bro. Like I said, she's a game shifter. It's one thing I've known about Dana Evans. She's a game shifter. She comes in, like I said, picks you up 94 feet. She's gonna play all. But I mean, she did struggle in making some key shots. Like she was definitely open for a lot of those times. She have been struggling since the season started, knocking the shot down more consistently. But I can't. She was big for us tonight. She had a lot of key stops. She caused like 3 straight turnovers, and that was just being impactful, being up in their grill. And you could tell towards that third quarter in the mid, they was uncomfortable. They was uncomfortable. The defense was rallying. We was Hands was extremely active. Hands was extremely active tonight. But yeah, it's just a later Denadon. That's really what it was. Don't get me wrong, Shakiri, I forgot to pronounce her name. Austin, she's a baller. She does her job. She got a rebound. She outlet it. She ran on the break. It just what we. One thing I also want to say about the team, we have, especially playing against the teams like the Mystics, we have to gang rebound. We don't have Azare Stevens no more. We don't have Candace Partner no more. I just named 6'6" and 6'5" right there. We don't have that no more. Elizabeth Williams probably 6'4" on a good day. And they had, I'm pretty sure y'all just watched, they had Deladon, who's almost 6'6" out there. I believe her name was Score, looked like she was goddamn 6'9" out there. Like, they had a very long team. So, like, I'm not, I'm gonna keep saying I'm not too upset about this game. Um, but I do want to touch on this. I will touch on this. Refs, that was trash. That was a trash game y'all called. I do not want this crew because it was a lot of fouls on both sides that you didn't call, fouls you had no business calling. It was just a lot of weird stuff like um that Marina Berry, like how you call her? She's running on a transition. You call a foul on her, and I don't know. It was just a lot of strange calls we didn't get. They got a lot of strange. It definitely at the half court. And I mean, not the half court, the halftime, the discrepancy on the free throw was crazy. Like I think we were still in double digits, and they was in double digits at halftime when it comes to free throws. So refs, tighten it up. Don't turn it into an NBA refs. We already got to deal with that shit. I'm not finna watch. I'm not finna do it. I'm not finna do it. I'm not finna do it. So I'm gonna need y'all to clean that shit up. It was a like I'm that foul that who was that who was it? Elizabeth Smith, she blocked it. And it was a turnaround fade but layup, and she was already losing the ball. Later that night was already losing the ball. As soon as they blew the whistle, I'm like, you was ready to call that, because if you was looking at the play, you know that's not a foul. The ball was already out of hand and she blocked her. And we won the challenge, but it's just the fact that they called it a foul. I'm like, what are you looking at? The dude that called her was on the baseline staring right at her. Like he could literally see the ball. So I don't know what these refs be seeing. I don't know. I was like that. I feel like D Hop when he was talking to Kyler Murray. Bro, what did you see? Because that wasn't no foul. We shouldn't even have to challenge that. We shouldn't have to challenge that call. It was just a lot of those calls tonight that it was so blatant that it was just weird. But like I said, y'all need to tighten it up. Hey, Coach Wade, I think he like 5 for 5 for challenges. Billy Domlin, you can learn something. I ain't gonna lie. D Wade, I mean not D Wade. I ain't gonna call you that. But Coach Wade, I'm gonna need you to talk to Billy, bro, because the fact that you have yet to lose a challenge and Billy won't call one, But I ain't finna talk about the Bulls on here. But yeah, man, I want to see what y'all got to say about tonight. I know it was a tough loss. It's definitely a tough loss. Losing two of our more glue players, especially Gardner. Prayers up to her, cause ooh, that just do not look good. Like I did, it don't even look like. No, I'm not even gonna speculate. I'm just wish the best for her. But yeah, let me get into these comments. Appreciate y'all being on the post game with me for sure. Eric said hard loss, bro. It was definitely a hard loss, bro. I was sitting there like, bro, we gonna do it. We got a chance. We fighting, and that's the one thing I want to give a lot of credit to this team. Yes, there are a lot of vets on this team, but when a team this new play like vets, it's kind of weird to me. It's kind of shocking, but it's not when you got James Wade as a coach. He's such a good coach for sure. But they played with so much heart tonight. They didn't get weary. They didn't get frustrated. And a lot of young teams, we still a fairly young team. A lot of young teams usually cry in the corner, go bow down the corner, and it's over with. They fought back in two consecutive moments in this game, and that's all I can ask for. I'm not upset about this loss at all. Like you just said, it hurts. It hurts for sure. My guy Nate said they're going to need another guard slash shooter. I don't think they'll bring back Trey back, even though they should. I see. Hmm, he does love his vets, but I, you know, I did see what was the last signing we had? I forget her name. I know y'all saw her tonight because he put James Wade put her in the game like the last maybe 7 minutes. I'm like, Uh, I don't know too much about her defense, but I know she's a bona fide bucket. So I was a little bit confused to see her in the game so late. She was definitely in the game so late. Parks, Parks. When Parks got into the game, we signed her strictly off. We felt like she could be a straight spot up shooter, 3 and D type of player, and we didn't see her at all. I personally, I don't know if I'm tripping. Y'all let me know if I'm tripping, but I didn't see her till like the fourth quarter. Um, that's probably my only questions I have for David. David, who is David? For James Wade tonight. But besides, yeah, but I do. We do need some people to step up shooting for sure. My guy V Dog said, "Yo, what's the word, Steve? Tough home loss, bro. Why we had to do? Why this is not how I wanted to start, especially in a home opener. Two injuries and an L. It's tough, bro. It's definitely." My guy Brandon L. Jet, the general, says way too many turnovers. It was definitely way too many turnovers. Let me definitely make sure I got the final count right. I think I said 15. They had a total. I was wrong. They had a total of 21 turnovers tonight. Can that happen? And like I said, the Mystics are not nothing to play with. They are not nothing to play with. I watched both of their first two games before they played us, and I was like, bro, if we think this is just going to be a walk in the park, it's not. It's definitely not. One shot could have made the difference, bro. One shot, one steal, one good call play, one foul not being called. It was a lot of ones that could have been tonight for real. The run to get back Wait, that run to get back in the game was incredible, bro. I was in here screaming, bro. Like I ain't got that list since the middle of the Bulls last year. Like I was lit. Like I was having I was an exciting time. And this is what we be talking about. Like the WNBA game can be exciting. It's very much entertaining. So I hate when people be like it's boring. No, you just like you just don't like basketball for real. Because if you like basketball for real, that's exciting. That was exciting what we watched tonight. And just like y'all agree, it was very much exciting. Team needs to control the third quarter. Chicago and they goddamn third quarters. Yeah, it's a lot of things we need to control. But I feel like we third quarter is probably one of our best quarters. So yeah, but I definitely agree with. I understand what you're saying for sure. Despite us being sloppy, we managed to stay hit it through again like a veteran team, bro. That's like I was saying earlier. Like we look like some real bona fide vets out there that have been through everything. So that was very impressive to me. Having Gardner and Burst go down is just gonna hurt, bro. I'm feeling it now. And man, who we play Sunday? No, we play Sunday, correct? If I'm not mistaken. Let me double check. I know we play Sunday. Ooh, we play Dallas. Oh God. Man, we got it. This is definitely gonna hurt for sure. Both long, short term. Yeah. That's the key. I'm glad you said that, Brent. It didn't last long. We got back. We either tied the game up, but we didn't prolong it. We didn't get up 2 to 3, 4, 5 points. We just got up about 2, 3 points. One of them later that like came back, hit a three. They back in the game. Simple as that. We just couldn't find a way to stop her. And then once she got going, a little speckles around the team started to get it together. So hey, we just gotta do better. I would like to have seen Dana ever shoot more from the mid range area. Um, I, I think that's what Courtney Williams is there for because that's really her area. You don't really, I mean, you have a lot of guards that occupy the same area because Marina Mayberry could do the same thing. She's a pretty much a 3 level scorer. She can go low, she go mid range, she go to the three. So I don't think you want too many people occupying the same area. But I just feel like it was we really wanted to get to the lane tonight and we just couldn't. We just couldn't find a way to get to the lane for real. So that really what it was. They never thought she was Steph Curry on a couple shots. She shot them up, bro. Because if you ever pay attention to her, she got a push shot, so she jumps forward along with a push shot. So she almost have to take a step back because it's gonna be straight backboard if she don't. So, but yeah, she definitely looked like Steph. She was pulling for sure. Dana sucked tonight. Couldn't make a shot. Come on now, she didn't suck. Like just because you don't see amazing stats and amazing shooting percentage means she sucked. She was a key reason why we was in the game the whole game, and she was a key reason why we got back in the game those 2 runs we had. So saying the suck is just you just doing a little bit too much. Click that like button for sure. Definitely click that like button for sure. Data can shoot threes, but when it comes to a mid range, it's more effective. You're right. Like I said, I'm kind of interested to see how Wade would incorporate that into scheme and play calls for her. But as of now, I just see her. If she's not shooting, she's gonna play make or get to the lane to make a layup or a floater. At this point, Elizabeth is 6'5" with stilettos. You was a fool, bro. 6'8" with Tim's. Hey, she probably is. You know, Tim's definitely get you about 2 to 3 inches for sure. That was a waste of a James Wade challenge. Even Deladon knew it wasn't. Bro, if you looking at the hand, it was literally out of her hand as she was going up. So I was like, y'all just made that man call that for no reason. Like, y'all just get really it been a lot of practice challenges for him. Because a lot of those challenges, like maybe out of his 5, 2 of them was probably a legit challenge. But besides that, nah. My guy Jay Capone said, "What up, Steve? What up, my guy? How y'all doing tonight, bro?" Sky got more heart than the Bulls. That's for damn sure. Cause we would have in that third quarter, it still would have been the same amount of points. You probably would have scored 4 more. You ain't been lying. You definitely not lying. We are missing some size. I don't know what that could come from. Like you said, James Wade's still looking at the free agent market, so he can definitely still bring people in. I'm not sure who's really available in terms of size wise that's on the market, but it's definitely possible. But when you don't have size, you need to play as a team because this if we would have won this game, it definitely would have been a team win. It wouldn't necessarily have somebody we could all point our finger at, be like, yeah, that was she was a main reason. It was just a real team win if we would have won tonight. So, like as a team, we gotta play defense as a team. We gotta score as a team. We gotta rebound as a team. When we don't have size like that, and that just is what it is. Big Dog says Carper was a legit clamp tonight. Hey, bro. Everybody turned. Look, I feel like was Dana got that like that second turn calls that second turnover where it's like she just lost it and went out of bounds. Everybody Hall of Fame takeover defense turned on. I promise you. Yeah, I seen about two hugs start slapping the flow. Dana started clapping. Like that's one thing I'm loving about this team. When it's they feed off each other when that defense gets to rallying. So that's definitely she was definitely clamping tonight. All of them for the most part is pretty much clamping tonight. The WNBA product as a whole is great. The main issue is when the next TV deal comes and makes up sure y'all get the Turner or the CBS with these major networks could really help market. Facts. They definitely need a TV deal and they definitely need to learn how to start. When I was growing up, I knew about the main attractions to the WNBA. You only know about four of these mugs now. You know Candace. You might know Angel Wilson. You know Stewie and who else? Who do you else like? If you not watching like how we watch, you don't know nobody else. Like people don't know a Kelsey Plum. They don't know a Chelsea Gray. They don't know Isabel Harrison. They don't know. There's a lot of Sabrina Ionescu. Like there's a lot of good talented players all over this league. Not even and some not even playing. That's so good, but it's a lot of things they need to do better. Um, and they sitting here talking about expansion. Mother, get a good following first before you talk about expansion. Like that shouldn't be in your thought process right now. That shouldn't, like I said, like Vern just said, try to get a TV deal with a major contract. Because appreciate you for having it on Eon. 'Cause a lot of people got Eon, but I ain't trying to watch it on Eon. I ain't trying to watch it on the sister channel of PBS Kids. I'm not trying to watch that. I want to see this on major something CBS. Well, TBS on lock, so they ain't TNT and them ain't they ain't going. But yeah, like you said, Turner Network, CBS, something. These little watching it on Twitter. Watch. I watched that. I had to find the Canada game. I watched that on the damn app. I appreciate it, but I shouldn't have to do that. So that's my main thing. You want people to watch this game, make it easier to watch, and stop putting these motherfucking games up against NBA playoff games and goddamn football games. That's another thing. You keep doing that, you're never gonna win. We know football is king, and a close second to three behind them is especially playoff basketball. If they got a choice to watch Boston in the Heat in the playoffs versus the Dallas Wings and Atlanta Dream, bro, 2 years ago, if I'm not mistaken, didn't they not put the WNBA finals on Bears and Packers week? Now you know Chicago ain't watching that. Now you know Chicago ain't caring about no sky when it's Bears and Packers week. You cannot do that. So, like I said, you get your scheduling right. You finally come up with a good plan for schedules. You finally uh learn how to market your faces because you got a ton of them. You got a ton of them. You just seen one today. Atlanta Deladon is cold. Marketer. Marketer. It's too many talented players that people do not know. But you could go straight to a little kid outside, woman or male. Name five NBA players. Bing, 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 bing. 5 seconds gone. Got him. But you gonna hear about 17 ums if you say what's your favorite WNBA right now, especially right now. Like back in the day, you probably just in general you could say it, but right now you probably know three, honestly. But yeah, but that's just something they need to get together. They need to get that together. They know better. They know better, but that's one thing they just need to get together for sure. And that's my rant for today. On a good note, the WNBA League Pass is a great deal. You cannot, yeah, it's definitely a great deal. I do agree, but like I said, you need to be on TV. You got to be on TV. Some great players are now out the league. Unfortunately, yeah, that's another thing. Y'all do need to find a way to hurry this up because y'all do need. I understand. Y'all do actually need to expand because seeing all these rookies not coming to their team, that's starting to become a real issue. Because we can't invest. We can't sit here and watch these players go through 4 years of college on the W playing in the tournament, getting all invested into these players just for you to be like, oh yeah, they got cut. What you mean they got cut? But yeah, it's a lot they gotta fix. Surprised they listed this long, lasted this long after 25 years. Hey, bro, like I said, when you got I mean, the NBA wants to see them succeed, so they putting everything they possibly can to make them as successful as possible. But like I said, y'all supposed to make a certain amount every year, and y'all not making it. Y'all losing it. So y'all gotta find some type of way to draw eyes for sure. That just is what it is. But yeah, man, like I said, it was a tough loss. Can't be too upset about it. I'm my energy is down because two of our good women is out. Losing Morgan Birch and Gardner is gonna hurt. It's just gonna hurt, especially playing the Dallas Wings, who has a lot of heavy guard play. A lot of overall, man. God damn, we gotta play against a gunway. Oh my god. But yeah, man, tough loss, bro. It was definitely a tough loss. Final score once again: 71 Mystics, 69 Chicago Sky. It's your boy Stevo Speaks. Shout out to Hayes. Yeah, I'm holding it down for Hayes. He doing big things. The Sky want him at the game, so he at the game, representing the city. So for sure, make sure y'all follow him on everything. Follow all the centrals. Follow Chicago Bears Central, Chicago Sky Central, Bulls Central, White Sox and Cubs Central with my boy Kev over there. And also subscribe to my guys over at Shotboy Podcast, my guys, Buddy Bobby and C Dub. But yeah, man, hey, we got a tough game coming up Sunday. Y'all know we gonna be in Hayes, gonna be right here for the post game afterwards. But yeah, this checking in the Chicago Sky Central. Your boy Stevo. I'm out.
Welcome to Chicago Sky Central, and here's your host,